Covered automations for collaboration and getting work done while working remotely. But because your home is also your office and your office is your home, maintaining a healthy work-life balance has just gotten much harder. And so now, compared to a few months ago in maybe April or May, I find myself being more intentional in setting aside work-free breaks during the day and then actually disconnecting at the end of the day to kind of stay sane, motivated, and energized through the week. So, Amanda, can you walk us through this next set of automations for wellness?
Awesome. Thanks, Raina. So like Raina mentioned, not only are we personally experiencing it, but worldwide, we're seeing that with remote work, burnout is not only possible, but quite common if we don't have some safeguards in place to help us not just manage our workload, but learn when to take a step back when we need to. And here's some stats, like over 2/3 of employees, they're experiencing burnouts. And with that, people are feeling very stressed. They're trying to be productive, they're overworking, so naturally there's not much time to recharge. And we start to feel the effects with mental health from just staying plugged in all the time. And it's sort of an unhealthy cadence. You're working 24/7 to make up for feeling not productive, and it's just a very vicious cycle. And one area where we can see that immediate impact is changing our eating habits, right? We're no longer taking that traditional lunch hour. Maybe we're taking lunch meetings. Maybe we're eating at our desk. And there's a number of ways we get our food, right? A lot of people, they order delivery, maybe takeout. Maybe they're cooking more because they want to be healthier, more price, conscious. And there's a lot of time and energy spent just deciding what to eat. 5.5 days in a year just deciding what to eat. So that's wasting a lot of valuable, I guess, mental real estate, trying to yet another thing that you have to figure out in your day. So what is one way we can fight burnout? Obviously, set aside time for breaks, but also lunch breaks. That is something we maybe neglect, and that's how we came up with FoodBot. We want people to regularly make it a habit and a priority to take a break for lunch. You want to check how you're feeling, right? You don't want to look at all the possibilities under the rainbow. You want something convenient, healthy, reasonably well priced, fits your diet, and optimize for time as well. You don't want to spend too much time just whittling down those options. So how does FoodBot work? Let me walk you through kind of our thinking. So there's obviously you're working, you're plugging away, maybe an hour before you would normally eat, and you can kind of set that. Slack will ping you and say, hey, how are you feeling? Are you really hungry? What are you in the mood for? And that'll connect you to FoodBot. And what's happening behind the scenes with FoodBot is it taps into a kind of a spreadsheet of your preferences, which you'll input at some point. So just a mini database of possibilities, whether you want Japanese, Indian, salad, soup, something that you have pre-approved, so something you would like. And it can pull up recipes if you feel like cooking. If that's just not possible, you're just slammed that day. We can connect you with those food delivery apps, Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, it doesn't matter. But we'll plug you in with a local eatery that matches some of those food options. And so that helps you get through the day to day, Monday through Friday. But at the end of the week, you also want to take a stock of how you're spending that time, what you're eating, how much you're eating out. Maybe you're just curious. And this is kind of the art of the possible. Whether you want to track eating or spending, it'll ping you at the end of the week and say, hey, this is how you were doing. And maybe, you can track that with some of those lifestyle goals that you might have set for yourself. So overall, wellness spot. I'm going to hand it over to Raina to walk us through what that looks like.
Yeah, sure. And the one thing I do want to clarify is we're talking food recipes, not Workato recipes that come up. Okay, so moving over to our food automation Slack channel. So like Amanda mentioned, I can receive this notification, but normally I'd receive it before lunch, and we can see what that would look like now. So FoodBot checks in to see what we're feeling up to, cooking at home or eating out. I'm feeling creative, so I will go with cook. And to reduce decision overload, this will pull from three cuisines randomly from our database of cuisines and recipes. So let's go with Japanese. So again, to reduce decision overload, we can make it easy for you. We can limit it to any number of recipes. So in this case, we'll limit it to 3 recipes for sushi, ramen, and udon to get get these recipes ready to go for us to get cooking. So Foodbot gives us that healthy reminder to pull you out of kind of work mode and make time for lunch depending on your schedule. And you can very well limit the recipes by total prep and cook time, depending on how much time you have available to cook on any given day, and then only pull recipes that can be made within your time constraints. And again, like other bots, this bot is completely customizable to fit your eating preferences or habits. So Foodbot also sends this weekly summary of the times that you've cooked, ate out, types of cuisines you've had. This is helpful if you're tracking spending or if you're just curious about the types of cuisine you lean towards, maybe how you can diversify your palate and your restaurant choices. So if you don't like having to think about what you want to have for lunch at all, you can also just limit it to one cuisine or one recipe a day and then just stick with that. So this is a great way of kind of solving that daily lunch dilemma about while also kind of bringing you out of that work only mode to focus on yourself and develop some healthier eating habits.